Hey y'all, Almanac 78 back again another week, another episode of 1000-Pound Sisters. This is season 4, episode 5. So, this episode really didn't have too much going on, so this probably won't take long. But this one picks up with Amy being a week away from giving birth. Now, as y'all know, all season we've been hearing about Amy, about how she can't do nothing, how she can't get nothing done, how the world got to stop because she pregnant. So she's still basically doing nothing because she pregnant. Um, and she's sitting around whining about I don't, I'm not, I got to figure out what I'm going to do. I got to get my plan together. It's just going to be so hard having 2 kids and this and that and the woo. Like, people ain't been having multiple kids since the damn beginning of time. Like, girl, stop playing. Main problem with Amy is, and this is my opinion, but I feel like there's been enough video evidence to back it up. Amy lazy. It's the problem. Amy lazy as hell. But, she don't see a problem with it, but it'll if it don't well old people say if it don't come out in the wash, it come out in the rinse. I mean, you gonna have 2 kids, 2 babies, so you that being lazy ain't really gonna be no option. But we'll circle back around to that in a minute. So she's outside with Gage and Chris comes over. He comes over to help her start a vegetable garden. Now this right here is not. I had to give it to. This is not a bad idea because Amy, you need to get your weight loss situation together. You need to, since you claim you ain't having no more babies, now you are not gonna have a viable excuse in your mind to not be on your weight loss journey. But anyway, so Chris comes over and he agrees to do it because he said this was your exercise for him, and this is the type of exercise that he can keep up because he enjoys gardening. Which I mean, it's a good little bit of work, so I get where he's coming from. So you like it, I love it, Chris. Y'all send me some of the broccoli and lettuce and all that which y'all growing, and I can make some smoothies and we can keep the party moving. But anyway, so Chris come over, what I'm saying, they get the plant in the garden and everything, that works out well. So then he, what I'm saying, talks about um how he got to increase the exercise to lose this last little bit of weight so he can go ahead and get skin surgery. So Chris, I mean, I hope that work out for you. But I mean, I'm like Dr. Smith. Ain't no point in doing this 3 or 4 times. Like, just what I'm saying, lose all your weight, get straight, and then you only got to go through this one time. So I mean, I feel like he gonna do what he need to do. So we'll see. So saying, all that went on. Like I said, it wasn't a whole lot going on in this episode. That goes on. So then we circle back around to Tammy. So Tammy comes on. Tammy's still, up at the rehab in Ohio or whatever. And she's still trying to, maintain, her weight loss, get a little bit more, every pound count at this point. She's, surpassed her goal of 550. So, that's good for her. So she has her, meeting with, Dr. Smith or whatever. And he's asking about the weight, and she tells him that she's down to, like, I think it's like 534 or something like that. And he was like, that's good for you. That he starts going through, how he was proud of her, and she was on shaky ground there for a minute. He didn't really know if she ever was gonna get to her goal. So he was talking about from his standpoint, he was going to go ahead and give her a tentative approval for surgery. But, for her to actually get the surgery, she had a couple of other doctors she needed to see. So he starts naming, that she was going to need to see, I think he said it was a pulmonologist, a cardiologist, hematologist, and all of them would have to, sign off on her getting surgery. And she was like, okay, well, I mean, yeah, I can, let me do what I need to do to, get up there, and so we can go ahead and get this, what I'm saying, get this party started. He was like, well, if all that comes together, then we'll just go ahead and go to the next step to try to get you approved for surgery, which is we're gonna need that okay from your therapist. How is therapy going? Now, as y'all know, this heifer been talking real sideways and real slick to Dr. Connie, and hanging up and all this kind of old bullshit in the middle of the session. Like, she don't need this woman to say she mentally stable, she can get this surgery. Like, Tammy, what you doing? So Dr. Smith immediately, because now I don't know why she think he not talking to this woman to find out what's going on. He like, what's happening with you in the therapy? How's that going? Is it working for you? You finding some, some tips and some, you got a plan together, to work through your issues, this, that, and the fourth. And she's sitting there with the bullshit. Yeah, it's been going good, and I'm enjoying talking to her, and it's just been so beneficial, and this and that. Blowing Tammy up here blowing smoke, y'all. Big time smoke, and he looking at her like, okay, yeah, that's good. I'm like, this broad, like, you don't know he already done talked to this woman, and he know you been showing your ass, and you're not taking this as a he kind of backdoor telling me to pull my shit together, or I ain't gonna get nothing. But she's still sitting up there like ain't nothing going on, and all she got to worry about is getting through these little physical hurdles. Okay. I don't know why these fat ass folks be in a position to get their life right and get some surgery, but don't want to go talk to the damn therapist. Like, y'all who said watch My 600-Pound Life and 1,000-Pound Best Friends, and all these shows, what I'm saying, well, they be trying to help the fat people get their life together. What the hell is it with them? And I don't want to go to therapy. You got some shit with you. Get it off your chest. You claim you tired of being fat, but then you don't want to do the simplest part of what you need to do to not be fat. Hell, you claim you want to unburden yourself and you want to be free and live your best life. Why you want to keep dragging around that same bullshit? That's all I be trying to figure out. You want to be free, bitch? This is the remedy. I got the remedy for you to be free, which is you can go talk to this therapist and get your mind right. This is the part that puts up the most resistance. I don't feel like it's gonna help. It ain't really gonna do nothing. It's not this. It's not. Bitch, you ain't been to therapy. You haven't given therapy a chance. You ain't worked the program in the therapy. So how you qualified to talk about it? It ain't gonna work. I'll be like, y'all, get your shit together. And I'm like, Tammy, what the hell what is it that you don't want to talk about that we don't already know about? All this boohooing and crying and shit y'all been doing for the last 4 seasons. What is it that you don't want to tell Dr. Connie that we already know? I'm confused. I need to know what's going on. So what else happened after that? She started pissing me off. I was like, this chick don't realize he telling her he know what's going on for her to pull it together. So let me think, what happened after that? Oh yeah, so by the time we cuss back to Amy. Do I have a question, y'all? Just because I want to know, do her and Michael have any friends? Like, first of all, you'll never see the two of them without each other. Like, you can count the times I've seen them without each other. But I ain't never seen Amy with anybody who wasn't her family. I think Michael got some friends. But hell, he gotta try to keep Amy ass together. So they at the house with Gage or whatever. Chris come through. He like, what's up, fam? What's going on, people? I was out. I had this idea came to me. He was like, look, I feel like we need to have a barbecue You know what I'm saying? Just, you know what I'm saying, to, celebrate what's been going on in the family, the good fortune we've been having, and, you know what I'm saying, celebrate the baby coming. And he was like, you know what I'm saying, to commemorate all of this, I got something special. He was like, I'm going to barbecue, I'm going to pull the smoker out, but y'all check what I got. Y'all, why Chris show up with an alligator? A whole, complete alligator. Now, as someone who has partaken in alligator meat themselves, I understand why Chris found that alligator meat is quite tasty, y'all. I ain't gonna sit here and lie. Chris had the whole. I'm talking about the head, the teeth, the whole kit and caboodle. Like the gator was completely intact. Chris was like, we're going to smoke this up. I'm going to barbecue it up. Like, this going to be scrumptious. We going to eat. Amy was like, oh, hell yeah. That's going to be he said, come over to the church on Sunday. She was like, yeah, that's going to be my last meal before I go in for the C-section, this and that. He was like, yeah, I'm going to put some of this hot smoking barbecue sauce on this. Like, he was like, we going to eat. I was like, damn. I know Chris be throwing down. I'm like, hell, I might need to come through and give me a plate, see what's popping over at the house. Okay, Chris, I see you. So, y'all, why is it? And I'm just making an observation based on what I've been looking at. Why is it every time I see Gage, it's at least three shots of this baby eating? This baby always got something to eat. Like, what was the scene last week where last week when she was like, yeah, Michael was like, yeah, I went on to put Gage down for the nap. She was like, yeah, I got a snack for him when he wake up. Bitch, he sleep and you already worried about what you gonna shove down his throat. Same thing this week. Like, why the baby got mashed potatoes and macaroni and cheese for dinner? Why are we doing this? Gage ain't got no friends. I ain't seen Gage with no kids, no nothing. Like, I'm just confused about what's going on. But the baby always got something to eat. That's kind of yeah. It's like we teetering on bad parenting with that. I ain't gonna use the A word, but like we teetering. Like, damn. Okay. So what's going on? Had the gator. Okay, so yeah, after that, because it really, like I said, y'all really wasn't a whole lot going on in this episode. It was just kind of dragging stuff out. So, after Tammy had her little conversation with Dr. Smith and all, and she gonna play up there, Alice, she ain't understand the man was trying to tell her to get his shit together so she can get this surgery. She gets on the group Zoom call with the family to tell them that she been approved for surgery. Now she done left out all the part about her having to see these other doctors and get approved and get through the therapy and all that. She gave it to him like, this was a full on goal and she just got to get up there and get it done. Like, y'all, I don't know why folks, everybody in the family that had surgery, except your ass, Tammy. These folks know how this goes. Why are we doing this? So I'm like, oh, okay, here we go. So, what I'm saying? They, have the little conversation and all that. So, when they get to the parts where they, have like the little side interview or whatever, Amanda was like, I mean, I ain't concerned with it getting through the physical stuff. It's gonna be that damn therapist will trip her up. I was like, yo, girl, you know your sister, don't you? You know about how your sister gonna act. She was like, yeah, no, I ain't worried about the cardiologist and the what she said in the lung doctor and all that with them blood clots. She was like, I ain't worried about it's that therapist that's bringing pause to me. Cause she was like, I know this bitch being here acting up. I was like, girl, speak them facts. So, saying, after they went through all that, Misty said her little bit of stuff about, hey, has Misty had surgery? Anybody know? I'm trying to remember. I don't remember if Misty has had surgery. I'm gonna look into that. Let me make a note. I want to say no, but I ain't sure. I'm gonna see if I can find that out. Yeah, let me look that up. So, they having a little, little side interviews or whatever. And she was like, you know what, you right. She don't like therapy. I'm like, well, bitch, you ain't gotta like it. You just gotta get it done. So by this time, saying it's time for the barbecue or whatever. Y'all, I'm gonna say this. Chris barbecued the shit out that gator. I was like, man, I need to play for real. Y'all, Chris done barbecued the gator, but he opened up the gator's mouth and put a whole chicken in the mouth and make it look like the gator, was eating the chicken. I was like, that's cute, but y'all, that food was looking right. He had dirty rice up in that spot. He had the corn on the top. Like, they was eating good. They was eating real good. I was like, shoot, I need to be over there. So, they, eating or whatever. And, Amanda, that's my girl. I love her. She just be getting straight to the point. She was like, okay, you enjoying your last meal, you ready for the baby, you got your stuff together, what's the plan? She was like, girl, I ain't got my bag together, I ain't got the baby bag, I ain't got no car seat. You already got a baby. How the hell you ain't got no car seat? Like, what's going on? Amanda was like, girl, what the hell wrong with you? Like, you ain't done nothing. Like, what's the house? She says, what you gonna do? Stop at Walmart on the way to the hospital to have the baby to get the damn car? So she was like, probably. I was like, what the hell? Lazy. That circles back to what I said in the very beginning. This broad lazy. Like, you could have ordered the car seat and had that shit delivered when you was ordering up all that shit for a little bit. Like, come on. Girl, what be on your mind? I'm just saying. Like, for real, for real. You could have Amazon that when you was, ordering pillars and shams and throws and all that shit when a little bit died. But anyway, just be excuses as to why you can't handle simple stuff, and everything, it turns into everything is just so hard and this is just so overwhelming, and you just, what I'm saying, like, you the only one in there with 2 babies. Hell, Amanda got 4 babies. Your sister got 3 autistic babies. What the hell is Amy? You ain't doing nothing. Folks be pregnant every day and still manage to get shit done. Like, no, miss me with all of that. So then, she starts talking about, she's talking to Amanda, and she was saying that she, be worrying that she is not gonna be a good mom, and she don't want, her kids to come back years later and be like, you was a crap mom, and you didn't do this for me, and you didn't do that, and we didn't get to have this experience, and we didn't get to do that. Well, I mean, Amy, let me be real. If you don't modify your behavior and change up some of what you're doing, that's exactly what they're gonna be telling you about 15 to 20 years, because you lazy in the mother. Like, it is what it is. And I mean, I need, like, I mean, I understand y'all in Dixon. I understand that's where you're from and all this and all of that. But I'm sure y'all got a library. Take advantage. You like YouTube. We on YouTube right now. Use that to learn something. Like, because you in Dixon don't mean you got to be Dixon. I'm just saying. But anyway, that's just my take on the situation. So, I mean, her heart in the right place. I'm gonna give it that. You know what I'm saying? I I know she means what she's saying. Like, I don't think any woman who, cares about, being a good mother is just gonna be like, you know what? It sounds good in theory, but it's just too hard to do. Fuck it. I don't see that happening. So, I mean, it is what it is. But now, Amy, you gotta keep in mind, karma is real. So all of that, you be sitting up talking about Tammy, and I ain't got time to be seeing her because I got to do this and I got to do that, and you really ain't doing nothing. The thing about karma is it'll be your karma, but that don't mean it's coming back to you. So some of your karma could come back to these babies. So be real careful about what you're doing. That's all I'm saying. Be real careful. So that, goes on for a couple minutes. And then, we come up on the next morning where Amy and Michael on their way to the hospital, for her to go in and get induced, they have a C-section and, have the baby. So that was kind of There was no drama with that. So I mean that was good. Cause y'all know, with Gage it was a lot going on. It was COVID, you know what I'm saying? He was, having a couple issues, you know what I'm saying, once, you know what I'm saying, he was here. So glad none of that, you know what I'm saying, took place with Glenn. So I was good with that. So my own thing was, Amy, all that eating you was doing, all that eating, all that bullshit. This baby only weighed 5 pounds. That's it. That's all you got for me. 5 pounds, 7 ounces. Okay. All right. But anyway, like I said, no drama, no issues. You know what I'm saying? Everything was cool. So I was good with that. So, she gets on, has the group chat with the family and everything, let them see the baby, they have their little conversation, this, that, and third. So then, they show them, talking, and, it's like, we so glad, everything went well, this, that, or whatever. So then they cut back, saying, she calls Tammy, saying Tammy see the baby, they have their little moment or whatnot. Then it cuts back again, and Amy had crying, talk about things that took a turn. I'm like, what the hell? What's going on? You just said there were no issues with the baby. What you good? What's happening? Girl, y'all, Michael tested positive for COVID. Now, y'all know this don't hurt my heart because y'all know Michael, my boy. But that's done. No. So she goes immediately from Michael tested positive for COVID to now I got to do everything by myself, and it's just so hard. Bitch, you in the fucking hospital. You sitting on your ass and the baby sleep. So what you doing that's so hard? Like, where's the I can, I feel, my husband, he going through, don't nobody want to have, C19, she was like, oh God, he been in here, with me and the baby, we been at risk, so now they on like a makeshift quarantine. So I'm like, so you still coming out, on top, because at this point, you see your baby, you get a couple minutes with the baby, they take the baby back to the nursery. You got 24/7 access with your baby while you in the hospital. So be easy. So, now Mikey they had to leave and go off. So now he got to be feeling some type of way because, he can't be with y'all. He can't be with Gage. He can't be with nobody. He literally by himself, and you in here crying about, I got to do all this by myself. It's so hard and you ain't done nothing. So this is when it go off. By the time I got pissed off. I'm like, this ain't even about you on that type of level. But you took this man having COVID and having to leave all of y'all after you just had this baby and turned this around to what you gonna have to do, and you ain't doing it. Even when you leave, you ain't gonna be doing nothing. This man fighting COVID. Like, girl, stop playing. Well, what she knows, first, ain't nobody gonna put up with all that nonsense she be doing like Michael. That's the first thing. And then, I haven't had it, thank goodness. But I know quite a few people, their temperament wasn't the same after as it was before. So, girl, it might be a new day once he make it through this. So we'll see. But y'all, that's kind of that. Literally, that's everything that happened. Like I said, it was not a whole lot going on in this episode. So we'll see what happens next week. But until then, y'all be safe, like, share, and subscribe. I will see y'all next week for another installment of 1,000 Pound Sisters. Bye.